Do 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 do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon. This is your Master of Mysteries, Jinx here. We welcome you to the show where we investigate all the kinds of mysteries occurrences. If we've got any questions, we'll be finding the answers. First of all, we'll be talking to you about a Bigfoot. The myth, the legend, the truth. It's important to remember that what we call a Bigfoot isn't just one creature. It's an entire species that spans the country and even the world. But we are lucky to have one close to home here in Mobile, Alabama. First thing about some Bigfoot, the one here is actually called a skunk ape. They're found all the way down to the regions of Florida in the Everglades and all the way to Georgia. They're normally found due to their smell. Well, they're not found. They're just really smelled because they smell kind of like a sloth or a garbage can mixed together. Well, earlier today, I went to investigate some sightings in northwestern area, and we came of Mobile, and this is what we found. Behind me is Tanner Williams Big Creek Lake and Reservoir, one of the greater scenes here in Mobile County. While now it is a lake and dam, it used to be a dense forest. In 2022, Mobile County Sheriff's Department responded to a call for a local missing hunter, and they found what they believe is a Bigfoot. Now, these Bigfoot photos at the Mobile County Sheriff's Department are a little hazy, but it clearly shows something in these woods. Many of the locals called it a hoax or just skeptical, so Mobile County Sheriff's Department sent the photos off for authentication. And then, when they returned valid, Mobile County released a statement, and no one has heard back since. Now, many locals will tell you that there are a lot of strange things in these woods. Witches, leprechauns, and goblins that might. But is there really a Bigfoot? Let's talk to a few of the locals and see.
Did you see what it was? What person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is my central light came on and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man. Or something that looks like a man. I don't know what it was. Just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. Couldn't catch it if I was going to taste it. So whatever it was standing up. I'm out here come through the window now and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better... Dia!
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, it is a person.
Yeah, it was a person, somebody really big.
While the evidence may still be out here in Tanner Williams about the so-called Bigfoot, we have locals who have had their own encounters with the Bigfoot.
I did. I saw it. I called the police. I called 911. They don't believe me. It's like the Loch Ness Monster. Nobody sees it but me. And it's big and kind of smelly. And everything seems to get quiet. And this is the thing that he really likes. This yard ornament. It spins around.
So the Bigfoot comes to the yard regularly?
He comes in my yard like dusky time when it's kind of dark. Not the light. I've never seen him in the daytime.
How would you describe the smell of the Bigfoot?
Well, kind of mostly like the woods, maybe like a kind of when leaves are wet, kind of like that.
Now, some people do feed raccoons. Do you feed the Bigfoot?
I have thought about it, but I'm not sure what kind of a character. Maybe he's a vegetarian. I just don't know. But it's a good thought. Maybe if I put something out, we might get some DNA on that thing.
Now, have you ever tried to trap the Bigfoot? And if you could, what would you use?
I don't think I have anything that big to trap him in. I just don't know. I thought about it. Maybe I've got a friend that has a bear cage. Maybe I could bring that out here. I don't know. He likes wild animals.
Have you ever been on Big Creek Lake?
I have, and it's my theory that they swim or possibly are bathing there because I feel like they're staying under the water. Because when you look for an animal, you can't always see all of them, and since they're out in the dark, but it seems to me that I have seen those creatures swimming.
Well, you heard it. Back to you, Bob.
911, what are you reporting? I got a strange going on out here. Something just killed my dog. Something killed your dog? My dog went flying through the air over the tree. I don't know how it did it. Okay. Damn it, I'm really confused. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence, and he was dead when she hit the ground. I didn't see any cars. All I saw was my dog coming over the fence.
911, what are you reporting?
We got someone or something crawling around out here.
Did you see what it was? Was it a person or an animal or?
I can't tell. All I know is that my central light came on, and I just happened to glimpse and see this thing running across the yard. A good-sized man or something. Looks like a man. I don't know what it was. Just that it ran across the yard.
Okay. You've had problems in the neighborhood before?
Yeah, my dog was killed here just recently. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, it's running. I couldn't catch it if I was going to chase it. But whatever it was standing up. I'm out here looking through the window now, and I don't see anything. I don't want to go outside. Jesus Christ, you better... Sure. See ya.
Hello?
Get somebody out here.
What's going on now, sir?
That son of a bitch is about 6'9", I don't know.
Do you see him now, sir?
Yes, I'm looking right at him.
Uh-oh. Okay, hang on.
He's right...
Is he in your yard, sir?
Yeah, God, he's big.
Okay, what's he doing in your yard?
He's looking at me.
Oh, and the guy is on foot.
I don't know what... It's a big, real big person. That's all I can say.
Okay, but it is a person.
Yeah, I'd say it was a person, somebody really big. But he's all in black.
Is he a black male or a white male? Did you actually see whether, or was he just wearing black?
He's all black and he's big. He is big.
Me and some buddies of mine were out at the lake about a week and a half ago, partying, having a good time, you know, like local boys do. When all of a sudden we started hearing some weird noises out in the woods, noises we've never heard before. So we've ignored it, went on back to our partying and our drinking. A little while later, we heard them again, closer. And about dusk, we actually seen what it was. It was not a bear. Alabama don't have tan, brown bear. It was a Bigfoot. I'm still a little shook up. I can't get all this right. So once we figured out what it was, we loaded up all of our camping gear back in the truck and took off. This thing followed us, was darting back and forth across the road in front of the truck. I wound up hitting it with the left side of my truck. It ripped off my mirror, took off part of my left front fender, and we were watching it in the rear view mirror as it was slowly getting back up. And we never seen it again.
Encountering a Bigfoot is no easy experience. It really sticks with you. That's why we do what we do, not just for the theory of it, and not just for the conspiracies, but for the American people. People's lives are at stake, and they should all be concerned about their own safety. Think about how you would feel if you lost someone or something to a Bigfoot attack, tearing up your trash, messing with your pinwheels and all. Not America I want to live in. It's not real, or simply we just don't have an answer for it, is what most people say. That's why we have many special guests with us today to give us their opinion. Maybe just one. We ain't got time for many. Let me introduce to you one of our very special guests today.
Yo, hey, that's my cue. Okay, I'm here. Hey, how's it going, everybody? How's it going, brother?
How you doing now,
Thanks
sir?
for
How you
having me,
doing? How you
man.
doing?
Great to be
Welcome
here in
to the
Monster
Mystery of
Town.
Madness. First of all, thank you very much for joining us today. But tell us, Mr. Miller, what is it that you do exactly? Mr. Mulligan.
Muller.
Oh, okay.
Muller.
Remember.
Actually, just call me JP.
JP.
And to answer your question, well, I hunt. US stands for unknown species. Anything that doesn't already have a scientific classification, that's what I hunt. I become something of an expert at it too, if I do say so myself.
Well, and then tell us, what is it like to be a U.S. hunter? How do you get your jobs, and how do you track prey? Tell us all about it.
Well, I find it very fulfilling. I get calls from people in need, people being terrorized by some kind of creature. They don't know what it is, but they call me, and I go investigate. Sometimes it's, just something ordinary, like a raccoon, or one time it was just some squirrels who've been chewing through their wires. But often enough, it's something a little more obscure. That's what I really specialize in. The process for catching it differs depending on what it is. But I won't go too much into detail, as my methods are something of a trade secret, you might say.
Sounds like it doesn't pay well to me, unless it's just pest control. Well, people out there or their homes are wanting to keep themselves safe from these creatures, especially the bigger ones like Bigfoot. What can they do to protect themselves and secure their homes?
Absolutely, I'll tell you. First off, I think this is an obvious one, but don't provoke Bigfoot. Let's get serious here for a second. Don't try to shoot at one. Their skin is tough. Don't put out your typical traps to try to catch it either. It'll only provoke it. Secondly, you can always add to the fortification of your home. I know this can be costly, but security is always going to come at a cost. You may be thinking, what do I need, blast doors or something? And while some people do go that extra mile, you can install something as simple as an electric fence, as long as you do it right. It can't be one of those measly chain link fences. And the voltage has to be quite high. And of course, there's plenty of other kinds of fortifications you can make. You're limited only by the strength of your own imagination.
Well, that sounds like a high electric bill, and I love AC here in Alabama. Well, feeling like I've learned a lot today, but how can people at home find these things if they need wood for the stuff? Is it just at Walmart, or do we got to go to a specialty store
you can
like
always
Sears?
look for your own materials, scrap yards, hardware stores, There aren't really professional installers for these kinds of things. But if you don't feel comfortable with that kind of work, I actually own my own company. We make a lot of the equipment you might need. Generators, electrifiers, titanium alloy fences. Even all the components you'll need for those blast doors if you want to go that extra mile. If you don't like any of the systems we offer, we even have trained specialists who can help you and give advice about any way that you want to fortify your home. It's great.
Well, even with the political climate the way it is, I'm pretty sure it's still illegal to have booby traps.
It just depends. They don't have to know about everything either that you're installing in your house.
Well, you sound like a lifesaver, and that's all we need here. And for all of you at home wondering how to find more about this, you can find JP Miller at jpmillerhunter.com.
jpmullerushunter.com.
Oh, yeah, I forgot it's not us hunter, not a black hunter, just a them hunter. All right, but before we go, tell us, have you ever had to track down a leprechaun?
I've had a few scuffles before, yeah. I assume you're going to ask me about the Crichton leprechaun next.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I haven't had the pleasure. They're tricky little bastards, vicious too, of course. Greed for the gold will do that too. No, I'm not sure they could pay me enough for that job.
I hear they're hard to catch because they're all hopped up on that crack. Well, you've really set the stage. A couple of our own investigative reporters, in fact, have been looking for the infamous leprechaun. Let's see what they were able to find.
We're here at the site of the tree where the Crichton leprechaun was spotted not long ago. Almost infamously so.
To me, it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
With me, I have Alex, and we are going to try to see if we can find him. With St. Patrick's Day just behind us, we're bound to find something. And over here, we find that people have been searching for the gold. The leprechaun must have buried it somewhere around here, that's clear. But nothing has been found so far. And as is the wise tradition of the leprechauns, they move their gold fairly often, and especially since this tree has been sighted very prominently so, we suspect that the leprechaun has moved his gold. But as is the wise tradition of the leprechaun, they never move far.
2 hours later.
We're bound to find something around here that shows us... Alex, look at this! You see it, don't you? Yes. Clear signs of the leprechaun. Look at this. You can see the footprints here. This flower. Oh, Alex, what is that? I'm surprised I was able to pick it up. It's a bead of gold. The leprechaun must have dropped it. Gotta keep that. It's got to be close. Got to be close. He must be somewhere around here. We'll continue to search, and hopefully we'll find something soon. Somewhere around here is bound to be the leprechaun.
That leprechaun killed my parents.
This what y'all looking at in here? I found this the other day in my daughter's dollhouse. Y'all can have it y'all want.
Where did you... In your doll... Where?
In my daughter's dollhouse.
And that's near here.
Right on down there.
The leprechaun got to be somewhere around here then. He must be on the trail. There's just clear signs. I'm amazed it was even found. Thank you very much for your help.
You got a cigarette?
More gold! No. They're just old Mardi Gras beads. Oh no. There is no gold at all.
I don't want that thing.
Like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun? Say yeah!
There's never any gold.
I wanna know where to go. I wanna know where to go. Give me the gold. I wanna know where to go. I wanna know where to go. Give me the gold. I wanna know where to go.
Well, that's a tough loss. Guess y'all found something else. I'm sure that y'all have better luck next time. Leprechauns really are tricky bastards. I really remember my days as chasing them rainbows. Never got this right at the end. They always outsmarted me. Optional ad-lib about leprechauns and them being on crack. But the leprechaun tree in Crichton, they're tough. And I'm sure fire destinations for any Mobilian or any other passer through. And speaking of trees, people in Crichton be smoking them. Now, for any less things about the mystery tree in Mobile, there's a threatening mystery. We have a couple of our investigative reporters tell us about the Boyington Oak. Let's see what they have to tell us about that type.
How's it going, guys? I'm Ethan. I'm Hugo. This is Hugo. We are actually on Bio Street in downtown Mobile. We're standing by this beautiful tree right now. So this is the Boyington Oak tree. So in 1835, there was a man named Charles Boyington. He actually was a talented painter. Some might say he was charming.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
he had a best friend named Nathaniel, and Nathaniel was a very sick man. And eventually one day Nathaniel died, and everyone in the town blamed Charles for it because they were best friends. And so one day they took him down to the cemetery and they had a little trial for him. And as he tried to claim his innocence and tell them that he wasn't a guilty man, they still decided to hang him. And his last words are actually on the sign right here. Let's walk down here. So right here you can see Charles actually said, "I'm an innocent man, but what can I do? From my grave shall grow a tree of many branches, and it will prove my innocence." So that day they hung Mr. Charles, and he died, and he told them that he was an innocent man. And years later, where he was buried right here, this tree just randomly appeared. Now some say that if you walk past this tree at night, you might hear voices, you might hear footsteps.
Whispers even.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he was an innocent man, his heart of gold actually sprouted up this beautiful tree. So if you ever get a chance and you're in downtown Mobile, come look at this tree. It's a wonderful mystery.
We're here at
Well, that was one of the most positive stories about a tree in the South if I've ever heard one. It's always good to learn about the local lure. Mobile's full of strange mysteries like this. You just have to be looking. They always say the fool refuses to keep an open mind, and that's why wouldn't Mobile be full of such mysteries and intrigue? It's about the oldest city in Alabama, after all. All kinds of weird things have happened with balls and masquerades and stuff like that. The history of the forts is what we come to. Fort Gaines is to investigate the haunted nature behind the area. Let's see what they have found.
Fort Gaines is a historic fort built here in Dauphin Island in 1821 for the Civil War Confederates. Yeah, it was sturdy, but it couldn't stop the Union's massacre. On top of that, it already had the nickname as Massacre Island. How was this nickname earned, you ask? Well, when the new colonists came here over 300 years ago to the New World, they were greeted to a big pile of bone. Human bone. People still come here for the tourist attraction, but many tourists have also claimed to see spirits roaming. Here I am on case, Alex Lynn, on site at Fort Gaines.
We are at Fort Gaines. Supposedly, this place is haunted. Okay. Come on, let's go solve this case. Here we got a microphone connected to my keys. So the massacre started when the Union led siege onto the Confederates. We're the Confederates. We're gonna see if we can hear anything. See, you don't hear.
Behind you, look.
Y'all hear that?
Behind you. I'm behind you.
Oh. Well, we didn't really find anything. But I'm not doubting it though. I heard the massacre was gruesome, so no disrespect. That's all.
Wow, just wow. What an old building. Spooky stuff for sure. And for all those you at home, please never go out looking for ghosts or you of your own. You might find a demon. Every one of our employees is a trained professional that has paid attention to their OSHA rules. But guests can only be incredibly dangerous if you poke them with a stick. Optional things about ghosts are that you've never really seen a ghost past 1992. You don't see a ghost saying, "Hey, it's Brittany, bitch." Do you have?
I've not seen one using the specific phrase, "It's Brittany, bitch." But I've seen plenty of ghosts, I tell you. This is a real thing. There might be one in your house right now.
Better not be using my toilet paper.
Go to my website. We can find out for you.
Well, he just plugged himself again. But before we leave, do you have anything else?
I've never plugged myself in my life. I am not into that kind of alternative lifestyle. Thank you.
Well, it's only fun if you try. So, Anything about any ghosts and goblins, any locations out here in Mobile we should be staying away? I hear Pritchard is not safe.
Pritchard is actually the least haunted area of this county, in my experience.
Yeah, I hear bad things about Blakely, but that's not here in Mobile. So, before we go, I would like to give a great shout out to our host, Top Ramen. They have been filling our guts since 1862. Anything else that you would like to add, sir?
Always keep extra toilet paper in your car.
Well, a truly memorable event in Mobile history. Well, that's all we have to do today. That was very much thank you very much for coming with us today on this journey of exploration into Mobile mysteries. I hope y'all stay safe and off the drugs. See you next time. Fade into the black.